Welcome to part 22 of FIFA 17 The Journey, and we're about to engage in more high-octane football action. Are you guys excited?
Yay! So who's our next opponents?
We shall see when I get the thingy started up.
Is it going to be cutting off screen again?
No. That's only part 30. Anyway, Southampton.
I really don't get it though. Why would they cut out any games whatsoever? It makes no sense.
And well, Joe, to be fair, people around Alex say games in real life.
Well, Dwibs, that doesn't really apply here though. The fact that,
Again, Joe, FIFA's always meant to be grounded in some sort of reality, and that includes the football reality, as silly as that sounds.
Yeah, sorry, that's not really a good excuse, especially for the fact that crucial stuff apparently happens in that. We don't even get a cutscene dedicated to that.
Anyway, let's see.
Welcome to every one of you.
Southampton.
Joining us for this
Yeah, Southampton, based in, of course, the south of England.
Oh, it's very foggy today.
Gotta say, Southampton had a bit of a quick rise in the ranks. I mean, it was only like 5-6 odd years ago that they were stuck in League One, but now they're in the Premier League.
Is there like a special ball before this kind of event?
No. There's Swansea has, I don't think Swansea particular big rivalry with Southampton.
So tell me,
Explosive football.
so Dwibs, remember how we lost the last match that was off screen?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was to establish that, not including Alex was a bad idea, right?
Actually, no, Joe, that last match, that FA Cup match, we won off screen.
This is Swansea City's team for you today.
Anyway, there's the team for Swansea. Also, sorry, Joe, but I forgot to start my recording, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, me and Paige are at least recording.
Well, there are two of us.
Yeah, that's fine. Stuart, have you been to Southampton?
No.
You've been Brighton, that's kind of near to Southampton.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
the
not
Southampton
too far,
team for
but
you.
I haven't actually been to
Well, it's
Southampton.
4-4-2 for them today, but we think the middle four might be a diamond.
I've always imagined I always imagined all English clubs in terms of how far they have to travel. Swansea's probably the furthest away because, especially for the likes of Sunderland, who are like way up in the north of England, you have to drive all the way down to the South Wales just to play one team.
It's incredible, isn't it? We don't ever really talk about Swansea as
Well,
potential
they
relegation
probably
candidates.
travel up like
You
far
look at
enough
the
in
stadium,
advance.
it's all set up for top-class football.
Maybe, I'm not
There are
quite
some
sure
good
myself.
footballers in here.
I mean, if it's for like a team, I mean,
Hunter
if
trying to find
I
a way
don't
through.
think there are any teams left now in the southwest of England. I mean, if Bristol City were in the Premier League, then it wouldn't be so bad.
And easy to defend.
Anyway, off we go.
Stephen
go.
Davis came in with a challenge.
Okay, so shall we get our
Oh,
daily trivia questions done today?
Dwibs, what difficulty you played with this match on?
I told you, amateur.
Oh,
Are you
sorry.
gonna do that for all the matches, though?
Because of this capacity to score goals
yeah.
in
Not
front
just
of-
that, Dwibs.
Really? So basically, you go. Really? So you go. Why did you even change to amateur?
No, my
Because-
question is, Dwibs, it seems well there is no clear disparity. If you put an amateur, it's a complete steamrolling of the opposition. If you put anything that's remotely even more challenging than that, you cannot manage to win.
I like to inject a bit of unrealistic stuff into these kind of things, because why not?
Even still, though, the
No,
fact that this
that's
difficulty is
not my
so...
point, Dwibs, but
Well, funny enough, Trevor, this actually isn't the easiest difficulty in the game.
I know, you showed us
Wow,
the
but-
easiest
but-
difficulty.
How do you get more easy than that? Getting like 99 against 0?
Remember that part where he got, like, way beyond in the double digits because he had it on the easiest mode?
Well,
Forgot.
Coming up now, a
I
corner.
thought it was amateur, that one.
No. See, this is sort of an issue with EA games. I get that they want to make some things easy, but even their easy difficulties are a bit Too easy.
Gotta appease to the 7-10-year-old fan base.
Anyway, okay, I'll start off with Joe.
Yes.
Joe?
I'm listening.
Okay,
With Hunter.
have the USA
Oh, well saved.
ever won a
And
World
the
Cup?
ball's gone out for a corner.
Men's, that is.
Here's Dyer.
Very easy.
Won the aerial battle, but didn't get a goal to show for it.
What was that again, sorry?
You heard what I said.
No, I
No,
legit
sorry,
didn't, I swear.
sorry, Jova, I didn't hear you neither.
You cut out.
No.
Jordy Classy.
It's hard for him to. It's hard for him to admit it.
No. But I can admit that we did avenge our British in the Women's World Cup when they got thrashed by Japan.
Attracting players, Southampton.
Okay,
Down on the
Shiori.
south coast,
And we
Yep.
did win
good
that.
place to base yourself if you're a
Who
player
was
coming
the
into the Premier
team
League.
in
Yeah, I
Euro
think so.
2016
They haven't,
who finally put a stop to your
What a fine
impressive
save.
run in that competition?
And the decision is a corner here.
I think I know the answer. But I'll let Shiori answer it.
I actually can't guess.
It's long.
It's England, isn't
Uh,
it?
Portugal.
No.
And
Oh.
just to go back to
Of all
Yeah,
things.
so,
and the
Pedro
quality of
crushed
life,
your dreams.
as well as the quality of football. in
Well,
the
more like
Euro.
her
Oh,
father's
oh,
dreams, but sure.
Yeah,
More like my
Enjoy
father.
visiting
Yeah.
Southampton, don't we?
Your dad's, land of thy fathers and your father's dreams got crushed.
So your father's more the sports one than you?
Stopped emphatically and just as well.
Alright,
The approach
Tio.
was very
Go
encouraging.
ahead.
Okay, let me think.
Trying to switch on the attacking
It's actually
power in
quite
this situation.
hard. Okay.
Here's Hunter.
When was the
Oh,
most
fine goal.
recent?
They lead
What
by
year did
2
Italy
now.
last host a World
They'll
Cup?
feel a little bit more comfortable. And they're
I mean,
good value for this
I think
advantage
it
at the
was
moment.
1990.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it
He's
think.
doubled up
I'm
here
pretty
with his
sure, yeah.
second goal.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I just
He took
didn't
it
remember if they did
excellent
another
start, just like
one
the first
after
Yeah,
that.
Italia 90.
Okay.
Indeed.
Alright. You're thinking with a Portuguese-related one's a bit tricky.
Oriol Romeo.
This will require some concentration.
How can it be tricky though? Doesn't Portugal have a lot of soccer trivia?
He's coming forward.
We do. It's just that remember, Jova.
Maybe he
our-
doesn't know.
Oh, I got one.
Go ahead.
The
Who
referee's
is-
right on the spot
who
there
is-
to give the handball.
Who is Hull City's manager?
Mark Silva.
Yeah, yes, by the way, Pedro, sorry he didn't quite win this season.
Tackle here.
True, but the team kind of were at the end, but I still think he did a really good job with what he had to work with.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's really up in the air at the moment whether he's going to be there next season in the
Well, it's,
championship.
that's actually interesting because he's actually right now heavily rumored to be in consideration to be Porto's new manager. So
That honestly, Pedro, I kind of feel for you there. And the last, I mean, to be honest, if he were like in consideration for other club, I'd be a bit cautious of his last thing being relegated.
Dwibs, Mark Silva, before he came to Hull City, he broke records in Greece and was the coach who finally gave Sporting a trophy after like 20 years or whatever it is. Just because one particular season didn't go that well, that doesn't automatically mean he's a bad coach all of a sudden.
True.
Well, I guess maybe it's because coaching in English football is vastly different from.
Yeah, for some reason the English tend to like to forget anyone who slips up.
Alex Hunter. What about
And, well, Joe, but there's one thing we've learned from Dwibs over the years is that the British are very unforgiving when it comes to certain things.
Well, yeah, I mean, hell, it says something when the Premier League is like the less forgiving league. I mean, there's more clubs that sack their managers in the Championship than the Premier League.
That will be a
I
free
mean, hell,
kick.
earlier I heard rumours that Sheffield Wednesday that they were in the they lost, but they were in they got to the playoffs this season. I heard they were sacking their manager.
He got in the way.
That'd be like the equivalent of.
Jefferson
I think the only thing that'd be worse is if they sacked their manager despite the fact that they won the World Club World Cup or something.
Mark Silva, well, actually, so the thing is, Dwibs here, for example, holds grudges so badly that I'm still convinced that if for some reason I accidentally stepped on his foot, he would be angry at me like every week or so, and then eventually, years later, when he's in his deathbed, he'll call me, "Come here, what is it, Dwibs?" He's like, "Fuck you for stepping on my foot." I don't think I go out until the end.
Anyway, we've got more info on Alex.
Well, actually, now I've got a question for you. Well, think you're safe on questions?
No, by all means, give me one.
Alright. Let me get a good English question.
Leicester City.
Not a World Cup one, because that's incredibly easy for you. In terms of England, at least. Alright. Let me just quickly think. In a moment.
Hunter. It's Alex Hunter.
Holy shit.
I'm trying to think of a hard one.
Alright, in the meantime, I'll have another Welsh football question in mind for Shiori.
Hold on, Dwibs. Wait for her turn.
So you're gonna get the interview again after this
Yeah,
match?
I think so. I don't know. Anyway, I'll pay you think to that one. Shiori.
Substitution time.
In terms of league football, not non-league, league football, from Premier League to League 2.
Situation here, 3-0.
Who's the lowest ranked Welsh club in the English football system?
Actually, I got a Chelsea question for you, Dwibs.
They put that cross far too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Newport County. Basically, Newport County just barely survived this season. Hartlepool went down instead. Yeah, that's interesting. Clubs from Wales survive at the expense of clubs from the northeast of England. Just be a running thing this season.
I have a really good question for you, Dwibs, that also I'm sure Tay will find interesting in terms of the answer. Okay, Dwibs. Back before Mourinho came around and basically put on the no more midgets rule, back when you had the team full of midgets, you actually managed to have a quite substantial victory over Man United. Who was the shitty goalkeeper who basically had such a poor performance that it was a humiliating defeat, considering Chelsea at the time was kind of a B team of sorts?
Massimo Taibi for Man United.
That's right, Massimo Taibi.
Basically, he was supposed to be the replacement for Peter Schmeichel, but he was so shit that he lasted like 5 games or so.
To give you an idea,
how did he get in the league, I wonder?
It's just...
There's a clip on YouTube, I mean, you can find it easily on YouTube, where there was this supposedly simple save, and yet he let it slip through his legs into the goal.
Really? That's the kind of goals that you see on high school soccer.
Yeah, sorry Tio, but and since Taibi's out, I can't give country a bad name.
And menu. Well, that's okay, Dwibs. Eventually, Buffon would make up for that. Anyway, you know what's interesting? In that particular comedy video about hopeless misses in own goals and stuff. The British narrator, when he talks about how shitty he was, he specifically said, Massimo even caught a plane back to Italy. Probably the only thing he ever caught.
Came close to the goalkeeper, actually did get a touch on it. But I think it was a pretty good effort to do that much. Well beaten, really.
In the meantime, Dwibs is literally destroying the opposition.
Well, yeah, with an amateur difficulty, anyone can do that.
I don't know. I will probably still suck at these kind of games because.
No, trust me too. These games are incredibly easy in the lower difficulties.
Now Van Dijk. Good position. They've worked this attack very well into quite a dangerous position now.
Quite a dangerous position? Debatable, Mr. Commentator.
Oh, nicely done. He's gone in very fairly. won the ball
Okay,
cleanly.
Dwibs, could you please just...
Could be it.
yeah, thank you.
Shots on here.
Well, at
There
least
we
this,
go.
well, at least this time it wasn't
Another fine goal
alright,
from the
Kane
English
shot this
Direct
time.
goal.
Mm-hmm.
That face though.
Goalkeeper was reaching
Well, actually,
for
that's
it.
actually his real
Did
face.
actually touch him on the way in.
I know.
There's
It's just that.
too much power on the ball, on the shot, for him to get a strong enough touch.
Dude, that was a shitty defense, goalkeeper.
Reminds me actually of something, mine as well, since
We're
still
hearing
wait
there will
for
be
this.
3 added minutes here.
Do you know?
Really
Yeah,
classic.
I was watching during these couple of days some videos about Injustice 2, which by the time we're recording this video came out recently. And you know how during its development cycle, many people complain about NetherRealm Studios not managing to do very good faces of the characters.
Mhm.
Hold on, give me a second.
I can't recall seeing such a one-sided match, Alan, for a long time.
No, one
Yeah,
team
apparently
turned up, the
in
other one
the
stayed
story
in the
mode,
dressing room,
in
I
like
think.
half of the cutscene, Ed Boon loves to zoom the camera on the character's
What a
faces.
day for Alex Hunter, Alan.
like that shot of goalkeeper before that. Anyway, go ahead, Lee.
So, how did the match
What a
end in terms of
performance. He'll be
scoreline?
getting the golden boot
Gee,
because of
like
this fight.
you don't know.
No, actually, I remember I burped.
Again,
There you go.
like you don't know.
What, something happened?
Sure, do you have anything to say?
Huh?
Sure, I
There
just
we
woke
go.
up.
Oh,
I meant did something happen here while I was burped?
no interview apparently.
No, just a football match.
Oh, right, sorry. I thought you guys fell out or something. I was gone.
No, I kind of left. I mentally left the room for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Why do you go where I can follow?
Anyway, defending is next.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see how well you guys defend in training. Come on.
It's a lovely day at the office, chaps. Let's get some work done.
But we're not in an office, they're sharp.
So, are we gonna have a
I mean,
cutscene
see,
addressing how the coach is still screwing Alex over?
Well, now it's focusing more on Mr. Prickhead.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Well, the next bit of story we get over, when it gets to when we get back to it, it's gonna be focused more on Mr. I used to be your friend.
So we don't get any cutscene calling out the coach for how idiotically he's been treating Alex, despite, Alex being their star player.
Yeah, I get the feeling that EA Canada, when BioWare was helping them out, they really should have asked them for their input on attention to detail.
The story,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's not even just the detail, dude. It's more so the fact that I cannot believe they went out of their way to get a story mode in this, and yet nobody in the team thought that that your performance in the game should, at the very least, to a certain extent, affect the story. Because because the way they did it, it creates, like we've already established, complete disconnect. Complete disconnect from what's actually going on the gameplay and what's actually going on in the story.
And it's not like EA Sports are foreign to the concept of how well you do in one of their sports games affecting something, because they do have the rating and ranking systems. So, again, just attach that to the story mode and actually have different cutscenes. Although I do have to wonder, Dwibs...
Hopefully Season 2 will address some of it.
I do have to wonder, Dwibs, so basically, though, the story you're having with Chelsea, is it basically, the same case with any team you pick? Like, at some point, they trade you off to some other team, and then eventually you come back?
Yeah. Basically, at the exact same point, you always get traded off to one of the 3 championship clubs that used to be Premier League clubs but got relegated the previous season.
I wonder how melodramatic the story is when you play with Mourinho. Since he showed up free.
Well,
I'll never
hey,
forget
I'm
Tio and
looking
Pages' reaction to that.
I'm looking forward to that, though. I mean, I can imagine Antonio Conte making an appearance. Chelsea's manager, by the way.
All right,
this is where the reigning Premier League champions.
So now what?
Now we are.
All right, so
anyway,
I guess...
join us in the next part where we'll be facing, oh boy, Manchester City.
Oh, it's over already.
Fun times.
Right.
Yeah, this was a short part.
Yeah, fun times. All right, see you then.